Before the 1940s, Queenstown was an agricultural area of hills, swamps, cemeteries and scattered kampongs, including the village of Bobe Khan, or No Tail River, a reference to the low-lying swampland.
My father is having a zinc and wooden shops outside of the entrance of the Bobekang. Inside the compound, there's a lot of people who are doing certain things. They have pig farming and the kids can run about at the nearby cemetery. I myself got 6 uncles and 4 aunts. So my grandmother, grandfather, that means in total got 10 children. Everybody is living together. Everybody have their own room.
At Queenstown, there is a town centre offering the wider services of banks, supermarkets, emporiums, theatres and cinemas.
The government will come and say we're going to take over the land of Bobekang. So it's time to give us a HDB concrete house. So we moved to that place. It's not far away. When we try to move in already, we find that everything is quite convenient. You know, we have 2 rooms, 1 hall, and 1 balcony behind. And we get it at the 4th floor. It's quite easy for you to sleep in your room and walk to the toilet, just a few steps away. In the village, you have to walk far away to go to the toilet, but it's also a bit smaller. I got 9 brothers, sisters, and we squeezed together in a 2-room, 1 hall.
I was one of the 2 first residents to move into Queenstown. I made my application for a housing flat. At that time, the program attracted a lot of interest. So many people applied, so very few allocation. Then I waited for roughly about 12 years until Queenstown was developed. I approached the HDB administration again and said, look, I've been waiting for 12 years. Is there an allocation for me? And happy enough, they say, yes, there's one for you. They say, okay, you need to pay 2007. That time, 2007 was a huge sum. And that was where I got the flat. And the cost of the flat was 16,500. Imagine if you live in a slum area, then suddenly you're given a living space which is clean, with sanitary provided, electricity provided, and a clean surrounding environment. That happiness is indescribable. In a kampong, it's a very epic scene. Every 2 days, there will be a van, and then they use bucket to go into the house and carry out the human waste and give you a new bucket.
Queenstown, I stay in Tanning Hawk, Block 61. I rent a room there. I moved in 1968 when I was married. I get very funny because I never see the flat before. And I see the flat, I think, why like pigeonhole? Because you see, they have the door like, they got holes. And this door like, door, they say something like pigeonholes. When I go up to the higher floor, I saw very tall and I scoot down to walk. I would never stand near to the window. Clothing I also don't hang down. Because I stack that, when I hang the thing, the whole wall was falling down. That's why I don't allow my grandchildren to go nearby there.
I first moved in with my family is in 1964 Christmas Day. 1964 until now, it's almost 50 years. At that time, my market is not up yet, so there's all the hawkers is doing business on the roadside, but they are more selling at night. That's why we call it night market. There's a Malay term, Pasar Malam. Pasar is market, Malam is at night.
Along this road is a Pasar Malam. Every Saturday, Friday and Saturday, there's a Pasar Malam around this area. When I will go down with my kid, the Pasar Malam is over there. And from there, I get more friends because everybody will start walking to the Pasar Malam after dinner.
As a planned city, new factories were also established to employ people, and these included Van Houten Chocolates and local TV manufacturer Citron.
We used to go to the factory, and down there there's a road. It's a lot of factory. There are residents down there going there and work. Behind is a Cetron's factory. It's already, all the residents mostly from here, they walk until here to go for working. Then after they remove out, somebody take over, is a Sonyu take over. Now it's all empty. There's a place already, all the factory have gone. It's left a few.
Today, many of the original factories that provided the first employment in Queenstown have moved away. And also assigned to the history books are Queenstown's original picture theatres and the once famous driving school.
Normally, you see show after when I start work, always come to Witness and this Golden City to see midnight show and walk back to home. Beside the Queenstown Theatre, it's a 2-story normal hawker centre and the food is very nice. All moved out already. Some is already retired.
I still remember, I think it's sometimes 50 cents, $1 or 150. I think 150 they give you a better seat in the olden days. I tried to get a lot of driving license in classes. So I went there to have my PDL driving license. I know my birthday, but they tell me, say, can you come to tomorrow? I don't know your birth hour, so I don't know whether you are 16 or you are less than a few hours 16. I still remember that lady who tell me this.
Queenstown's original sports facilities remain today, and these are still well utilised.
These fields, there's a lot of children who come in afternoon to play football. And morning, mostly the senior citizen to come here to learn Qigong. In Queenstown, there's a swimming pool. It's already here. Because I used to bring the children to the swimming pool. I still going down to the pool and play with the children.
In the early years, before the local river was tamed by engineers, Queenstown was particularly susceptible to flooding during the rainy season.
Why they have built only terrace house along this stretch of land? Because it's a dumping ground and they cannot pile very deep, and the ground is actually saturating and sinking, and one of the house sunk in. This is what I can remember. And the flooding, of course, came during heavy raining season. Then the beginning of Singapore River was actually opposite the estuary. The worst that the flood did was flooding over the toilet bowl, and then the human waste go into the house. So that we have to tolerate during the rainy season. That was corrected. Eventually, we also get some flooding, but the flooding is not serious.
Today, the two long-term residents of Queenstown remain closely tied to the suburb they still call home.
Every day, open the door. I did not close the door. And everybody walk past, I also know. And some of them, my neighbor also saw it, that I opened the door. He also opened the door. Anything, we can help each other. And we are all together very good.
I was glad to know we have nurtured and cultured one professor and one doctor live and was born in my house. Then I have a nephew, he is a doctorate degree in IP. So 2 prominent members sprung up from the site of what I acquired. I'm still living there. I'm still living there, and I will live there until I kick the bucket.